gals, friends of YouTube, Durafly Hellies here. Just going to do a little, hopefully kind of a quick unboxing and throw this together right quick. Got a new plane here, and for you guys that need to feel the need for speed, this is an awesome little plane. It's on a 4S pack right out of the box. It's 100 mile an hour. You can change the prop out to I think the 5x5 is 100 mile an hour, and you can change it to 5.5 to 5.5, and I think that it was 110, 112 miles an hour, but very fast. But this is my first model by Durafly. I got this at Hobby King, and it's a Durafly EFX racer, and we're going to take it out of the box here and take a look at it. I'm going to set it right down here so I can get this open. They have a red version and a yellow version. I got the yellow version, of course. Got your manual and your little bag of goodies, props and nose cone and stuff that goes on there. Alright. This thing is packaged extremely well. Inside the main box, you've got this big box, and this one right here, get it open, is the wing. It's wrapped nicely in styrofoam or foam, and then got the styrofoam block in there to protect it. We're going to set that aside over here. And let's see if we can get this out from the wrapper here. They also have this double-sided sticky tape stuff. This was stuck inside the box so it couldn't shift around. This is a pretty amazing packing job. I'm very impressed with it. I have been watching videos and reading some reviews on this, and so far I have not found one single bad review on this plane. Everybody's loving it. It's fairly new. They're having a hard time keeping it in stock right now. But I've got the plug and play, or bind and fly, whatever you want to call it, that model. You can get it in a kit form, which just comes all white. You have to paint it or put the decals and stuff on the way you want it. So this one, everything comes in it, ready to plug up. I've got to say, like I said, this is my first Durafly model, but I have to say, from what I've looked at this, I took it out of the box the other day and looked it over. This is probably one of the best built foamies I've ever seen. It's a highly compressed, dense foam. It's polished, very slick, so your airflow will flow over this thing really well. It's got nice plywood reinforcement here, the bottom of the wing. It has fiberglass rods all the way across here. It has carbon fiber rods back here, so it doesn't torque or twist on you. And it's really rigid. I'd have a hard time breaking this. It has skids on the bottom for grass belly landing. It comes, the servos and stuff are mounted sticking out of the top of the wing so they don't hang on the grass and stuff when you land it. So anyway, there's the wing, and we're going to get out this little box, and then that will be all that's in there. This one contains the fuselage. I'm going to get my camera back up here, and the stab. Get that unwrapped. This thing takes no glue. It's all either screws together or snaps together. There we go. There's fuse. File that over there out of the way. Get this unwrapped. Very gently cut this tape off of here. And, okay. Let's see. I believe it has a 50 amp ESC. It says the motor has high quality Japanese high-speed bearings. This is a very high RPM little motor. Very, very solid. I mean, this thing is just solid as a rock. Here's your hatch right here for your battery and your receiver. This thing will fly on a 3-cell 2200 milliamp hours, what they're calling for. 30C minimum, and I don't know how fast it flies at that. But then if you put a 4-cell, it called for 1800 milliamp hour, 30C minimum on that. I have read some of the reviews, and some of the guys were asking questions, will a 2200 milliamp hour 4-cell fit? And several of them said yes, it will, and it'll balance fine. So with the recommended batteries, the 1800 4-cell or the 2200 3-cell, you slide the battery all the way forward and they say it's perfectly balanced. You don't have to do a thing to it. So I'm assuming the 4-cell 2200 will have to go back this way just a little bit. And that being said, we'll probably put something up in there to keep it from sliding all the way forward. We'll see how that goes, but it's reinforced with plywood structure inside. Servos and everything are installed on the rudder and elevator. You just have to hook up the ball links. It does have ball link connectors on the tail section, and they're already installed. We just have to hook them up. I'm gonna have to go get my ball link pliers for my heli out of my toolbox. It's got pretty heavy ventilation because this is a high-speed motor, and ESC will be a lot of heat transferred in there. The ESC is nicely mounted right back in here. The wires are all tucked in real nice and neat. It has metal blind nuts in here for the wing to bolt on, and everything I'm just very, very impressed. This thing, like I said, I've been getting into the foamies here the last year or so, and this has got to be one of the best built foamies that I have seen. It is really, really high quality. So I'm very impressed with Durafly. It's my first one, but I'll be buying some more of their stuff, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, there's fuselage. There's a little tail section, and the main thing you need to do, well, this snaps together. There's a, let's see, you push, where did I see that? I'll have to look at the book, but you push on that little snap right there and get it to come undone somehow. I can't. Let me look in here and see what it calls for. Let's put this hatch back on there before we lose it. Magnetic hatch. It does have a little piece of plastic there for a handle to pull it out. It seems to fit very, very tight. I don't think there's any problem with it coming off. Anyway, there's the unboxing of it. Not a whole lot to it. No glue or anything required. The tail snaps into place. The wing bolts on. All you have to do is hook up the ball linkage and set your throws and stuff in your radio. Anyway, I can't wait to get this together. We've had rain here in Arkansas now for the last 2 or 3 days. It's dropping down to a 20 or 30% chance tomorrow, but staying real cloudy, and tomorrow evening back up to a 70 or 80% chance. So we're hoping to maybe get 2 or 3 hours of flying in tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon. We'll just have to wait and play the weather out. If we do, then I'm hoping to do the maiden flight on this. But anyway, there's the unboxing. Very simple, not a whole lot to it. It's a very sharp looking little plane, and we're going to get this thing put together here in a minute, and I'll also add that to the video and get it put together and ready to go, and then hopefully tomorrow we can do the maiden flight on this thing. So anyway, guys, Need for Speed, here you go. This is a plane, man. It's fast. I'll put the links to it on the video so you can look it up at Hobby King. There's also some videos on there that you can look at, pretty impressive videos of guys flying these things. So, but it's very fast. It's definitely not for the beginner. It's basically set up more for an expert. Not that I consider myself an expert, but we're fixing to find out, I guess, just how good I am. I did have the Hadron that does fly 90 miles an hour, and I did pretty good with it. I did crash it once, but that was on a hand launch. It wasn't from flying fast. And I did real well with it. I was a little nervous at first, but this one's going to be even faster, so we'll see how I do. I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop at this for right now, and we'll be back in a minute, and we'll put this thing together. Okay, guys. Got the stabilizer apart, and got the parts out of the bag. It comes with a 6x5 prop for the 3-cell setup, and a 5x5 for the 4-cell setup. But in one of the videos I watched on there, the guy said, I want to say he ran a 5x5, 5.5 by 5.5 prop, I think is what it is. I'll have to look at the video again, and it brought it up to 110, 112 miles an hour. So, I don't know, 100's going to be fast enough for me right now. I was going to set this up, starting off with the 6-inch prop and a 3-cell, but what the heck, I think I'll go ahead and put the 4-cell in it. I don't have to fly it full throttle when I first fly it, so I think I'll just go ahead so I don't have to change that at the field. I'm going to go ahead and put the 5x5 prop on there and get it set up for the 4-cell, and we'll just start right off with that and see what it does. Comes with your prop and all your little adapters that goes in here, which we'll figure out which one of them fit the shaft. It's got this little metal prop nut here, and there's your prop washer. Let's lay that right there. I'm going to lay this back here out of the way for right now. Now, it comes with a nose cone, and 3-piece. There's the screws for it. What this is, it comes with this 3-piece nose cone. We're going to put this on here. If you're running the 3-cell setup, it doesn't need as much cooling. It comes with this little nipple that you can glue onto your nose cone so it's pointed. They say on the 4-cell to leave that open, and this little silver one here actually kind of sticks out. But anyway, that lets more airflow in around the motor and stuff, so we're going to leave that little nipple off. Now, we want to put the back plate on here, and then we want to put the 5x5 prop. But let's find the, let's see, yeah, okay, let's find which one of these fits. I do believe it's this one right here. You can fit that in the back of the prop, and that's just an adapter that fits on your shaft. Okay, now let me see where this prop needs to go. Here, let's tighten this down just a little bit. I'm not sure if it goes, which side or the other. Maybe right in the middle. Alright, let's make sure this goes on there. Yes, it goes right in the very middle of between these 4 pins. So you can push it all the way to that side or that side, put it right in the center, and then we are going to get, oh, it's too big, get an Allen wrench to put in here, put through our nose cone, make sure the prop stays centered, and we are going to cinch that down really good. Okay, that's good and tight. Wow. Okay, not much for prop, is it? Pretty cool though. Now this just goes on here with 2 screws. It comes with 3 screws, so you've got an extra, just in case you are changing it at the field or whatever and you lose one or you strip one out. Comes with its own little screwdriver if you want to use it. Right here. We'll see how well that fits the screws. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, let's get our screws dropped down in our holes there. Alright, let's get the nose cone lined up with the screws. Tighten those down. Okay, be careful not to strip these out. They are plastic that it screws into, so you want to be careful not to strip those, or not strip the head of the screw too. So the little screwdriver comes with it, works good. So we're going to cinch them down right there. Make sure they're tight, but not strip them. Okay, now we're going to leave this open because we are running the 4-cell setup on this, so it's going to be a very high RPM, high-speed motor with a lot of generating some heat, so that'll get more air flowing through there. It also is vented really good around the edge of the nose cone here, if you can see, all the way around. And then there's a big vent on the bottom, so there's going to be a lot of airflow. And then it tunnels all the way back through here, and then it has vents come out the side to let the air out. One thing it does come with here that I want to do right now is this little plastic skid plate that goes on the belly up here by the nose. And I am landing on grass, but I'm going to put this on here, get the fuzzies off of it. I'd already pulled the tape off, but let me get that lined up here. I'm going to put it right in front of where the wing goes, and then we'll push that down real good, stick the tape. There you go. Now you got a nice firm skid plate, so if it slides in on the belly, even on the grass, it won't hurt it. So, and it's got a little plastic skid on the bottom of the wing too. So anyway, there's that much. Let's see, y'all. We're gonna figure out. Let's pull this off. Now you can run a Y harness off of these ailerons, or you can set it up with a 6-channel receiver with dual aileron channels. So let me see where that wire comes out. Pretty much right there. So we're gonna run those wires out right here under this tape. Well, actually, that's not the. Never mind. That's the. That goes up in there. That's the elevator and the rudder. Sorry. I don't know why I was thinking that was the leads to the. I don't even have the receiver in it yet, so I'll have to do that in a minute. But anyway, we can pull these here up out of the way. Now let's put the tail section on this. Alright, it's just a snap together. This piece with the little rod here. There's a plastic square hole that it fits in, plus your little pins, the round pins, go in that to lock it in nice and tight. So we're going to feed that through there. Make sure it's stuck all the way through. Okay, and then you take the other half, and the rod on it actually goes into the elevator halves and forms it as one. So you line those up, stick those together, just put a little pressure on it, snap, and there you go. Tail is in place, and it's solid as a rock too. Now all we have to do is hook up the ball link, and you can use just a pair of pliers or a regular pair of ball link pliers for this. Mine are in my toolbox somewhere. I'm just going to take a pair of needle nose, snap that on there. Maybe. Let me see which side of it. I'm sure one side's going to be beveled. Yeah, this side should go better. There we go. That snapped right into place. Now, let's get down here and look at your ball link and make sure one side is beveled. You can see which side's beveled. It's pretty easy to notice. Alright, we're going to take that and snap that onto the rudder. There we go. Okay. Now, we don't have to worry about screwing these in or out to adjust, because it comes with quick connects inside here, and we'll make our final adjustments when we hook this to the receiver to center all that up, and we'll put Loctite on these to hold them into place when we do that. So anyway, we got the tail section on. Now let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and, so I'm not sure how I'm going to configure this yet, so I'm going to go ahead and hook the Y harness to the ailerons. Okay. Those fit really tight, but just for safety's sake, we're going to put a couple of safety clips on here that snap over that to keep those from pulling apart from vibration, or whatever else might cause it to slip apart on us in flight. We do not want to lose an aileron in flight, so we'll snap these little dudes on here, make sure they're pushed all the way up and locked. Okay, there we go. Now let's see, turn this over here, and we're going to run those right up through there where the rest of that is, and we're going to stick that in the hole where it goes, and it locks down just as snug and tight as a bug in a rug there. So let's make sure we don't have anything in a bind right here. Okay, we're good. We want to get that, make sure that's not going to be pinched by the battery when we install it. I guess I need to get the camera up here, we can see what I'm doing. Trying to decide. Okay, we'll run those right back there. We'll work on that a little bit more when we get to our receiver in there, which we'll do here in a little bit. Okay, it comes with 3 screws, 2 go in the wing, 1 extra. So what I'm going to do with my extras, I'm going to put them all in one little bag and put all this in my toolbox so that I have it at the flying field, just in case, for whatever reason, I was to lose one. Now, I'm going to use a different screwdriver on here because I like a little bit bigger handle to get a hold of. Alright, we'll put those 2 screws in. We're going to cinch them down, but not over tighten them. Might be a good time to use that little screwdriver so you don't put too much torque on it with a smaller handle. I want them tight where they're not going to vibrate loose. Matter of fact, you know what? It probably would not hurt to put Loctite on these since they're metal and we're not going to be taking this apart. It's going to go as a one-piece plane to the field. So, let me take those back out. Pull out of there. Use my little hobby knife to get under it maybe. Yeah, here. Got it. Not wanting to pull back out of there. Goodness, there it comes. Okay, let's get our Loctite out here. I'm betting. Hey, it's not plugged up. How about that? Alright, since these are metal to metal screws, it's a metal blind nut in there, we're going to put Loctite on these so that any vibration doesn't make this thing come apart in flight. Okay. Put that back. Now, we'll cinch these back down. Okay, you can notice these starting to tighten down. If you tighten them too much, you'll notice them start to buckle. Once it hits that point, don't go any farther. The Loctite will harden up on that and keep it from coming loose. We don't want to torque that plastic part down and break it. So anyway, there's your skid plate here. And there you go. Basically, this plane is all together. That's how simple it is. Other than putting the receiver in it. So, well, we got to hook the linkage up right here, but that won't take but a second. But anyway, we won't hook those up until we get the receiver in it and the radio bound, so we can center this up 90 degree. But there you go. You got it. It's snap the tail section in, snap the ball links on, the rudder and the elevator, put the wing on, and bolt it on, and you're done. It's together. And put the nose cone and the prop on. We're ready to go. So it's a extremely nice looking little plane, I think. I really like it. It just looks fast just sitting there. So I can't wait to get it in the air and try it out. It's got a 43-inch wingspan. We'll see how tough it is to see and keep up with it. I don't think this is a plane you're going to be flying just full throttle all the time. You're probably going to do bursts of full throttle and then slow it down so you can get your orientation back. But anyway, it should be a very fun little plane. I will be back here in just a minute, and we will put the electronics, the receiver in this thing, and get the radio fired up and everything set on it. We'll set some throws and stuff and get it ready to go. Be back in a minute. Okay guys, got my radio, got model in it, named, and got my receiver bound up. I've got everything plugged in. I had to reverse everything. I had to reverse the throttle, ailerons, elevator, and rudder. And this radio, I'm using a Tactic TTX 650, and I had to reverse everything in it. But anyway, I've got it all centered up now. Do some fine tuning on the rudder and stuff, but I want to set the ailerons. Here's your linkages for the ailerons and an Allen wrench comes with it. So what we're going to do is pop. Get it to pop off of there. Goodness. I'll tell you what, they fit tight. They're not much danger of them coming off, I don't think. Okay. Now, there again, we're going to look at our bevel side. A little bit of flash in this one. Take a razor knife and very gently clean that out. Alright, we're going to take our pliers and squeeze that on there, onto the ball link. And then, I don't know if you guys see what I'm doing over here or not. We're going to get that 90 degree, and we're going to put it in the top hole. Okay, so I need to go, it's just a little bit unlevel, so I need to go back a little, so I need to unscrew it, probably a turn. Get it all 90 degrees here. That's pretty good. If I go any farther, it might be too far, so I'll have to do it in the sub trim. We'll get them as close as we can. Now we'll put our snap safety retainer back over the end of that. Pliers and snap it down. Man, that thing fits tight. I don't think it's going anywhere. Okay. Okay, now, let's very gently turn it around and do the other side. It's hard to get down in there to undo the motor, so we're having to be real careful. We do not want to hit that throttle stick on this radio for sure. I'm going to do my pliers. Here they are. Well, good grief. There it is. Lost my linkage there for a second. Okay, bevel side, we're going to snap that on. There we go. Now let's put this in. Servo. See where we're at. Probably, that looks pretty good. Right there. So let's put our safety snap on. This one will come up from the bottom. There we go. I don't think there's any danger of that coming off. Alright, let's pick this up. Right and left. Alright, elevator needs to go down just a hair. So, we're going to take our Allen wrench. Take that completely out. Try to get over here where you guys can see me. I'm a little leery, a little gun shy. Not very many of you know this. I talked to a couple of my YouTube buddies on the phone, and they know what I did. But about 2 months ago, right there, you can see a real deep. That one was really deep. Another one, little one here, and another one right there. But this one was real bad. I'm not sure. I don't have some nerve damage. I'm having a lot of pain in my hand, and it's hard for me to flex my thumb. It didn't bother me while it was healing. It took 2 weeks. Sorry, wheels. Took 2 weeks for it to close up. I kept putting butterflies on it, and yeah, I know I should have went to the hospital and got stitches. And now I'm wondering if I shouldn't have. But just so you beginners know how dangerous these planes are, it was my de Havilland Beaver. It's just a little, not quite even a 40 size electric 12-inch prop. These plastic props are like razor blades on these things. And I've been flying for 8 years, and you all know that you turn your radio on, and then you plug the battery up to your plane. And I just had a brain fart. Just simple as that. I was sitting Indian style right in front of my plane, and I did not have it anchored down. It's electric. I just never thought about doing that. I had my 2 tactic radios there. We were going to link it up to the wireless buddy system to do a buddy flight for this new student. It was his first time. Him and his dad were standing right beside me. Anyway, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how did I link that up? And I was like, oh yeah, you got to turn the power off and hold up on the trainer switch and turn the power back on. Well, like a dummy, I reached over to my master radio and I flipped the power off. And just as I did, it hit me. Oh crap. Well, it was too late. It was already in motion. The plane went full throttle, came at me. I reached over the top of it, and in doing that, the prop got my hand right there real bad. But I was able to get over the top of it and pin it to the ground before it hit my legs. It ripped my left leg completely out of my shorts, just shredded it, but it did not touch my leg. Anyway, that was a situation that could have been very bad right there. I could have cut my hand even deeper and had a lot of nerve damage. I could have cut my thumb off. I could have cut my leg. I mean, if it would have come right at me and hit me in the leg, sitting Indian style, it could have got my femoral artery, anything. I mean, it was a very dangerous situation. And for you new people that are flying any planes, but these electrics, they're almost more dangerous than the gas ones and stuff, even though they're bigger. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you. I did have a brain fart, and I about cut my hand off, and it's still not healed up good. It's been almost 2 months. So, just so you guys know, please be extremely careful with these things. I have mine now. I anchor them down or have somebody hold them while I'm hooking the battery up, just in case. And I mean, you never know when you're going to hit a switch or something accidentally. I'm centering that elevator, that's what I'm doing. But anyway, I got pretty lucky, I think, and that I don't have any more damage than what I do to my hand. I'm not sure how serious it is yet, because I'm thinking very seriously about going to the doctor now and trying to figure out what I've done. in there, because it's, like I said, it's giving me a lot of pain. And just, I don't know, it seemed to close up and heal okay within a couple weeks, but then after it did, that's when it started hurting the worst and giving me problems. So I'm probably going to go to the doctor and see if I've done some nerve damage or something in there. I'm hoping that I don't have to have no surgery or something on it. But yeah, that's a really good Allen wrench. It don't even, well, maybe I didn't have it down in there good. Never mind. No, it won't tighten it. Hang on, let me get something here. We don't want that slipping, so let's see if this one will fit. Yeah. Let me get a hold of this with my pliers. I need a paper towel. Get a hold of that screwdriver to get a little torque on it. Alright, we got that one. Now, the rudder. The rudder seems to be pretty centered up, but we are going to take the screw out and put some Loctite on it, just to be sure. So we'll set our screw back on our ball driver. Ah, gosh dang it. Knocked it off of there. Well, good grief. It's not wanting to stay on there. Okay. Here we go. By the way, this plane does come with digital Metal Gear servos. Pretty impressed with it for the money. Boy, I tell you, it's just looks to be built extremely well. And I cannot wait to get it in the air. They said it just flies like it is on rails. And very predictable. And okay, we've got all that set up. Ailerons, rudder, all the right direction. We'll set our throws on it here in a minute. I need to get in here and get my receiver mounted up now that everything's hooked up right, and let me get that done, and I will be back in just a minute. Let me unplug this battery right now, turn the radio off. I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, got everything situated. It's very tight fit getting the 2200 4-cell in there, but I managed to do it. One thing I had to do on this, I sanded the bottom of this right here just a little bit because it was pushing it up too tight. And then also I noticed that this is going to be a weak point. That's all you've got from here to here, so that would break off real easy. So I did my little toothpick trick. I took toothpicks and made my holes first. I stuck them in there. I looked at the side of it and got them lined up even here. You can see where they're starting to stick out back here. Anyway, I put 3 toothpicks in this and put glue around them and put them back in, and that makes it a lot more, lot more rigid, and it won't break off as easy. So anyway, that's how I got my 4-cell to fit, or my 2200 4-cell. On the 4-cell it calls for an 1800, and anyway, it does balance out just right. Got it marked 50 to 55 millimeters from the leading edge back. Get my fingers on my marks. It's one of them ones that doesn't want to set just right. It wants to kind of topple one way or the other, but it's even. It evenly topples. So anyway, best I can tell, it's balanced well. So we're ready to go. Put it all together, battery in. The only thing I haven't done is set the throws, and I will do that. I'll see. I'm not sure what it calls for. Let's look here and see if it tells. Yeah, control throws. Elevators, low rates 12, 16 on high, and elevator 6 on low, 10 on high, rudder, 8 on low, 14 on high. I run my rudder on high all the time. But anyway, we will get those set, and other than that, she's ready to go. And if this rain will give us a couple of hours tomorrow, we'll take this thing to the field and see what she does. Everybody is saying the best way to hand launch it is underhanded, like this, and just give her a little throttle, about half throttle or better, and just toss it up at about a 45-degree angle. They say that works better than the overhand. The overhand tends to want to nose down a little bit, but if you do it like this, what I watched on the videos, takes off very smooth and level. So anyway, we've got her all set up, ready to go. We will see how she does, and I got to rat my friend Jose out. He's the one that the other night he sent me the link to this plane and said, "Man, check this out. This is awesome." And I was like, "Oh my God!" I fell in love with it. I couldn't hit the order button fast enough. But anyway, here's the funny part. Hobby King, their main warehouse is, China, Hong Kong, wherever. They have a west warehouse, which I believe it's in California or somewhere like that. I'm not real sure. But the only place they had these in stock was the east warehouse. Well, what I found out when I ordered this is the east warehouse of Hobby King is just outside Little Rock, Arkansas, in Jacksonville. It's 165 miles from me. I ordered this on Wednesday night about 10 o'clock. They shipped it Thursday morning, and they delivered it on Friday. So I got it overnight. But anyway, that's pretty awesome that warehouse is right here by me. I can get stuff real quick from them. But Jose, I hope you're getting yours put together, buddy, and maybe get to do the maiden flight on yours this weekend. I haven't talked to you in a couple days, but I'll give you a holler. But anyway, got mine ready to go, bud. All right, y'all, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the field on the maiden flight.